for the week of August 1st, 2021, and I'm blown away by the fact that we are already in August, which means also that we are moving into Thurisaz. Actually, yesterday we moved into Thurisaz. And what's interesting to me about the transition between Orduz and Thurisaz, the last Runecast that we did with Orduz had Thurisaz in it. So for me, that was particularly compelling because I look at the Elder Futhark as not just sort of a measuring place where you can kind of see where you are in the progression of eldering, but you can use it as guidance. You can look at the progression of the runes and see them as what should I be focusing on? Where are we going to go next? What do I need to have in place before we move to the next half month? So with Orduz, we're dealing with the awareness of primal unconscious. The part of us that is untamable, that it's connected into the rawness of all things, it's untamable, and yet it drives just about everything that we do. And so we have to have some cultivated skill set for how we're aware of that primal unconscious. Because when you move into the thorns, that primal unconscious, if you don't know how to hold it well, can become bigger than you. It can become bigger than your skill set to control. And this is berserker territory, like this Orduz, Thurisaz, Jotnar overtone is when we get into the territory that we can easily become our most primal selves, for good or for bad. Not necessarily a judgment either way. It just depends on how much we're paying attention to what our unconscious needs, how it's driving us, and if the way it's driving us is getting us what we want and what we need out of life. And so we come from Orduz that has this awareness that there's this primal part of us that is the conductor of all things. And we become aware of that at Orduz. We bring some skills to that, theoretically, for how to conduct ourselves as souls in form. And then we move into Thurisaz. Thurisaz is the rune for where that application of soul in form meets the unconscious. It's the Mjolnir striking and creating the lightning bolt that ripples out effects through our lives. So Thurisaz is the place where the rubber meets the road, essentially, in terms of how we human on this planet. That's the rules. That's how it works. These are the elements at play within us, and the elements, how we carry them within us, impact the elements outside of us. And that's kind of the biggest takeaway for the time frame that we have with Thurisaz. We only get 2 weeks and some change with each rune in the runic calendar. And so the timing of Thurisaz is about strike now. It's about learning how to use what you learned in your time with Orduz and how to apply it to like be what you need, to have what you need, go where you need in your life. We've been looking at the last couple of months, I guess, in terms of what we haven't gotten to deal with from our time with 2020, and really, more like the last year and a half now. So death walking has been a theme that has come through in the Runecasts over the last several weeks. I feel like this is yet again hearkening to something down the road that we need to be really ready for. And the rest of the runes in this cast, they shed some light on that as well. But I feel like what's critical that we need to get out of our time with Thurisaz now is whatever alignment needs to happen, whatever needs to get regurgitated from our unconscious that is stuck in there, that's timely for it to come out, that's ready to be expressed, and we have the parameters for safety in our lives to express that. Now is the time. We need to do that now so that we know how to wield the power of our lightning, of our elements, as we go forward in what the rest of this year has ahead.